Yo, so here I am. I've just got to the beach. That was raining. Fucking drank a fair bit of goon yesterday. So big hangover and shit. So if you jump in trains and that, don't jump in anymore and shit. That is, they charge $20 for the trains I didn't scan in there and that. So they saying now with the trains, they needs to see my change of name certificate because my phone is in my Davies name and my card is in Lahoughton. So that's why he took all these payments, changed it, so I have to pay full price until they see it. Now connecting name is illegal. I'll put the links on it. This certificate could not be seen anyone by cops. You could not have had two names linked anywhere because this is so, otherwise you use 60 million finance applications. Close the finance business if no one changed the name and that, basically. So I'm not sure if that's that on there or anything. They're just trying to be smart there. So I'll pay it and never use it again. So this is it. The certificate there, that's for the cops, so you can have both names on the driver's license. That on the computer. Then you just tell I want this name on there or that name on there. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a driver's license and that, and I hasn't changed the Medicare back yet. So not allowed to check these certificates. So he took it out of my dole check so they can have it. I never use a bus again or a train, just walk. I want the pedometers. The only if I have to, they normally never go on there unemployed. They're only like for work I use it. So I've decided I've got another device. So I've got this Optus X Total. I'm gonna unbox it now. So what's happening here now is I've lost like 12 gigabytes of data. My plan expired, so that says this now. I've changed the SIM card into the shit phone. Messages, I've got the SIM card in here, but here is plenty of Wi-Fi. Normally just come down here, do it, and doesn't use any. I've done like a couple of Google searches out there and some music. So Galaxy downloads music, so I'm gonna just download some reggaeton songs into this Galaxy. You have expired my plan. Your plan has expired, and I recharge it every 2 weeks. And that said, if I recharge early, that the expiry date moves. If it doesn't, then I'm basically not buy any credit now. So I'm gonna not buy any credit, just Wi-Fi use only now. There's some in the shopping center, some here, so doesn't really need it. That's only like now go to the camp and back down here, completely dead. If I sit here, then no one sit there all day. There's sometimes couple people sit there for 5-10 minutes. Then if I sit there, nobody sit here all day, just the staff from the office having lunch and that. No one sit here. They all go down there at the cafe and that see water properly and that. This section here, this actually had a warm shower and that. That's for homeless people here. So probably is that they all know who is homeless and shit. So that not much homeless use it, just me. So this is the Optus. I ended up having to walk to Edgecliff. I bought some grog and that. So this is it here. It does have $35 credit here, except it doesn't This looks like an iPhone. It's got the bigger cameras now on it. It basically looks like an iPhone, and that it's got the Android style buttons all on one side, not like iPhone on two sides. They're just using without SIM on Wi-Fi. That's it. Not paying credit if most of it is Wi-Fi. Uploads I'll just do it here, man, or on Wi-Fi. Couldn't pay it. So this phone was on special for $99. I did have a receipt somewhere. I've got it in my account, and I ended up buying a whole roast chicken. Then fucking I ate most of it, man. I had too many drinks. I started being paranoid that I'm too drunk. Problem is, when I'm too drunk, man, I had too many of these fellas. And then what happened was, yeah, I don't know what I done. I chucked it and I kept, no, it's here. I just have the receipt for the phone from last night. So what happening is that does have $35 credit included. SIM in there. There should be a SIM with it. Yeah, that does open. It does have a SIM, and then I'm not gonna use it. There's just one SIM I need. And then what we've got here, looks like it does have earphones with it. It all comes like this in here. Got another charger. It looks like that's a USB-C charge on these fellas. It does have earphones with it. Yeah, now I got crappier earphones. Problem is that this phone's got plugs. The other phones doesn't have it. So instructions and shit is here. Charging the phone. Might just grab this out. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Wanted some headphones extra. So that's that. It don't look like it come apart, no. That basically looks like an iPhone with the edge and that, just different buttons and that. Fire him up. Aptos. So this is how every phone should look like. If you get the phone, then everything reset. Firing up. That this phone was working good enough before. They just didn't have the car stops didn't work in there. You see, always want this on there. Hello, English, Australia, and all this shit. Right? So we go English, Australia. Yeah, English, Australia. Start, have to start. So they want a SIM card. I say skip. VMC public. Getting your phone ready. Sim goes in there. They take a few moments. They didn't see any tool for it in there to do it with. Might be with the seam. So they're still crunching here. I bought a different Goonie. But this is still 45, 17.5%. Fucking, I got back to Bellevue Hill and I drank like a liter and a half of water. The phone's not crunching. It might take a few minutes, so we're waiting for that. So basically every phone, if you got it reset, then it should end up looking like that. So I'm gonna cut this video short anyway, so that's about it. I've got this phone that should crunch after, we'll see what happens. I've got that SIM card there, I put in there otherwise. Because the Optus doesn't connect online anymore, I have to call up, I doesn't wanna talk to no one to connect the SIM. So I'll save that. If I'm too broke, then I connect it if I need phone calls. I forgot that might have to recharge $12 today because I got a report center linker. I'll have a look where the phone box is. Doesn't let you do Wi-Fi calls here. Yeah, so now you got copy apps and data, so we're gonna skip this. Don't copy, I want this clean. Checking info. Yeah, so I'm not buying credit, man. I paid $12 to wash my phone today. I'll have a look where there is the nearest public phone. Forgot about it. Public phone. There's some near me. There is phone boxes near me. Came up like this. On this map. Problem is, I'll do it on this map. See if these maps work. there is phone stores in here, but not look like there's pay phones in here. Yeah. I recharge $5 or something. Doesn't show them on here, man. Doesn't show them on here. Google show it. Payphone. Take a bit to find it. I'll recharge some for the payphone so I can call the Centrelink. Then I'll get the numbers and that I do the app and they just do it on the app after. So I don't have to do phone calls. I'll be doing the Centrelink app. So this phone, wants a Google account in there. So I'll enter Google account. Next. So this wants to use the car account updated with this phone's number. I just want to skip. Agree to the Google terms that there is more in there. There's to click the links. The ends are fairly big. So that's couldn't get in the phone if you don't agree. Getting your account info. So that's just getting the account info. Yeah, anyway, so that's sign in so that you figure it out how to do with the phones there. They're taking too long, doesn't want too big of an upload there with nothing on it. Talk later. So that's it for now.